Now, Ukraine's Western allies are stepping up pressure on Russia to respond to the 30-day ceasefire plan proposed by the US shortly after Ukraine backed it. Now, immediately after Kiev accepted the ceasefire plan, the American President Donald Trump's administration has lifted its freeze on military aid to Ukraine. The Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski has confirmed that the US military aid deliveries to neighboring Ukraine through Poland have now resumed to previous levels following the US-Ukraine talks in Saudi Arabia. In its first comments on the proposition, the Kremlin has said that it is waiting for details from Washington, but sources have reacted very warily to the US proposal, saying that any deal to end this war in Ukraine will have to take into account the Russian advances and also address Moscow's concerns. The response has come amidst Russian claims that it is making some sweeping progress in the Kursk region, taking back control of 5 villages previously occupied by the Ukrainian troops. Its forces have also entered into the town of Sudza, the largest town that fell under Kiev's control, and is conducting assault operations. There, the state's TASS news agency reported that Russia said that its special forces had walked in Sarva gas pipelines to strike Ukrainian units from the rear in the Kursk region, as Moscow claims some fresh gains in its push to recapture parts of the border province that Kiev had seized. Now, Kiev has also kept up its assault in the Kursk region. The Russian officials claim that Kiev's forces attacked an agricultural plant in the village of Kozyrivka, east of where fierce fighting between Moscow and Kiev's forces are underway. Now, 4 people were killed, including 3 men and a woman, according to Governor Alexander Kinshitsin on social media. In his very first comment after the US-Ukraine talks in Saudi Arabia, the US President Donald Trump praised Ukraine and said that his team now needs to get Russia to sign off. Now, Trump said that the meeting with Russian officials is scheduled for later today or tomorrow. He's also said that he's ready to welcome back the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to the White House and may speak directly with his Russian counterpart Putin as well.
To get the Russians to agree?
I'll talk to Vladimir Putin, yeah. I want to get, look, that's the other, it takes 2 to tango, as they say, right? So hopefully he'll also agree, and I really think that would be 75% of the way. The rest is getting it documented and, you know, negotiating land positions, etc.
The Ukrainian president also thanked Donald Trump for his response on the talks in Jeddah and lifting the freeze on the US aid for his army.
Американська сторона розуміє наші аргументи.
I want to thank President Trump for the constructiveness of the conversation between our teams.
Президенту Трампу за конструктивність розмови наших команд.
The first is that the United States is saying that it will resume sharing intelligence with Ukraine as well as sending military aid. This is a big change from what we saw last month with that Oval Office blow-up between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, President Donald Trump, and Vice President J.D. Vance getting into a major argument in the Oval Office. Secondly, we did see the United States and Ukraine both pitch the idea of a 30-day ceasefire to halt Russia's war in that country. Now, it depends a lot on what Moscow is going to say. So far, Russian President Vladimir Putin has not offered any concessions. The Ukrainians are still holding a piece of Russia right now, the area of Kursk, and Russia is still holding large chunks of eastern Ukraine.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.